Can a relationship go back to normal after cheating has occurred? Tough question, isn't it? We live in a culture where it seems that a lot of people wind up being unfaithful to their spouses. Infidelity seems to abound. Now, if it hasn't happened in your marriage, I'm not trying to tell you that it will, so don't panic. But I'm saying if it has, you probably are thinking to yourself, should I try to put this marriage back together or not? You may be the person that did the cheating. You may be the person that was cheated on. But the very fact that you're watching this video tells me that in all likelihood, you have not decided to end the relationship. And so now you're thinking, well, can a relationship go back to normal after cheating? Well, first we'd have to ask, what's normal? You understand that we used to think that people had normal lives, but now we know that none of us, not one of us, is normal. We're all just a little bit off in some fashion. Everybody on the planet's just a little screwed up. But if you've lived very long, you know that that's true. So we'd ask what's normal in what existed in your marriage before the cheating. Do you really want to go back to that? Now, you might be thinking, well, it was pretty good, but is that what you want? You want to have pretty good? Or it was okay. You just want to have okay? Well, I just want to get past this. I don't want to have the pain that I'm going through right now. I'd like for us to be able to move past it as if it never occurred. Well, that is not possible because you see, it did occur. What I would like to recommend to you is don't be thinking, can a marriage go back to normal after cheating? But ask yourself this, can a marriage be better than it was before after cheating? Now, don't panic yet. Stay with me. If you think about it, it's like this. Every major event, anything that's significant that occurs in your life or your spouse's life causes some kind of a change to your relationship. When the first child is born, the relationship changes some. It changes again in a different way if you have a second child. If one of you loses a job that you really counted on and loved working at, then that will make a difference. Any change, the death of somebody that you love, even it could be, God forbid, one of your children, or it could be a friend, it could be a parent, it could be somebody else that really matters to you guys. In other words, every significant change in life will actually, to some degree, change your relationship. And so if you're thinking, well, can we get past this so that it doesn't have any effect on us that it occurred? The answer is no. No. Even people as they get older and start realizing I'm not going to accomplish that goal. I'm never going to get to do that thing I thought I would. What people commonly refer to then as midlife crisis. Even that changes a relationship. So don't be thinking in terms of I want what I had. Be thinking in terms of what can we have now? And the fact is, you can have a relationship better than it was. Now, you understand that anybody in the marriage industry knows that to be true. Counselors, therapists, we talk about it all the time. If a couple can get past a major event, even a major negative event like an affair, infidelity, cheating, if both people can get past that, then the marriage will be stronger than it was before. You say, past that? Yes, it doesn't instantly get better. It's a process where you get better over time. We don't typically talk about that. So, for example, I've been on the Today Show a couple of times. I wouldn't think about going on the Today Show and saying, well, if you have had an affair or if your spouse has had an affair, your marriage can be better than it was before, because surely out there somewhere, there's some nut who will think, well, dang, I love my wife. And you're saying my marriage can be better if I cheat on her? I know. I'm being halfway funny, but believe it or not, there really are people who think like that. That's why we don't broadcast it out there. But we at MH International, I first started working with marriages in 1994. And we have worked with thousands, I mean thousands, literally thousands of couples since then. And here at MH International, the year before I made this particular video, we worked with 10,000 marriages. And I'm here to tell you something. We know from experience, having worked with people not just in America, where I live, but people from all over the planet. We've actually had people go through our courses, our seminars, workshops from every continent on the planet Earth except Antarctica. Nobody from there yet, but every other continent. And I'm here to tell you that you can develop a relationship better than it was before the cheating took place, but not because of the fact that a person cheated. It's not going to be the affair that makes your marriage better. What's going to make your marriage better is what both of you, each of you, learned from what happened. But that means you're going to have some kind of education. You're going to have to understand some things. You see, sometimes people try to put it back together on their own, and if they can, praise God, I'm happy for them. But that can be pretty hit or miss because of the fact that there are all kinds of pitfalls out there. There's all kinds of mines under the land. And when you try to put it back together just by yourself, you may stumble into one of those mines and blow everything up. We hear people say it all the time. Well, we're in reconciliation now. And we ask questions like, so how are you doing that? Well, we just got back together and we said we'd forgive each other and now we're moving on. Well, if that works, wonderful. But the odds are against you because there really is a process that can help you move through the reconciliation process. For example, you're going to want to understand, how did this happen? Why did this happen? How can we put the marriage back together where it can be safe and secure so that we don't have to worry about it happening sometime again in the future? How can we learn how to trust each other again? What does it truly mean to forgive? And if we do forgive, can we really forget? Can we move on with life so that this doesn't become the thing that everything is centered around from now on? And that can require a great deal of help. Now, I'm telling you it can be done, but unfortunately, in a short video like this, I can't tell you how to do it. But we have a free resource we'd like to give you if you want it. It's our free mini course. It's about how to get your spouse to be in love with you again, or how to get your spouse back again. And if you'd like to have that, there's a link that you can click here that'll take you to get information about it. Or you can call one of our client representatives and say, well, we heard Dr. Bean talking about this and we want to put it back together. How can we do that? And our client representatives in a free strategy call can help you understand the process, how to get into the process that can help you put your marriage back together. Even if you're thinking, well, I'm the one who cheated, and I would like for my spouse to forgive me, but I don't know how to get that to occur. Take advantage of that free strategy call because our client representatives can guide you to different resources we have to help you do that. Or if you're the spouse that was cheated on and you're not sure if you want to forgive the other person or not, all those kinds of things can be handled in that one free call. Now, they are not counselors. They are not therapists. They listen briefly. They try to understand what your situation is, and then they can help you find the right product to do this. So what's the short answer? Can a marriage go back to normal after cheating? No, that's impossible. You have been through an event that has changed your life, your relationship. But can a marriage be better if you work out the problems, learn from it, and then put the marriage back together in a much better way? The answer is yes, it is absolutely possible. We see it, we witness it thousands of times every year. We'd like to help. Please let us.